Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are on this beautiful, beautiful planet of ours. This is Annabella Fortune. This is your Capricorn's reading. This is late in the month, we get that. Everybody's been flued up, everybody's been poorly. This is for the YouTube observers and tarot card observers. This is your Capricorn reading for January, the last 2 weeks of this month. I do apologise for being poorly, and on that note we've got the last 2 weeks to look forward to, and we'll be starting afresh on February. February will be completely back to normal. We'll have the whole month running through. So for the second week onwards of this Jan, the overriding energy for the month, for the week of the month, is the Ten of Wands. A little bit of hard work, the energies for the second week. Well, from the second week onwards, the middle of the month. Looking quite pucky now, and the energy is completely shifting, Capricorns, for the end of the actual month. I'm liking this. So I'm feeling, sensing that it's been a little bit stagnant, a little bit stuck, carrying your woes and your troubles and your issues, carrying too many intentions that you've literally blinded yourself. I just feel like you've just been completely stuck the first 2 weeks of January. So coming into the third week now, gang, Capricorns. You know, the overriding messages, you know, where's it got you? All the worrying. It's got you nowhere. And the overriding message from Spirit is there's no need to worry. You have seriously over-panicked. Because I feel like there's a lot of you Capricorns who've had a question what needs a yes and no answer to. You know, should I be leaving the works? No. Should you be biting with a loved one? Stop worrying about if a loved one wants you or not. Okay? Stop biting with them. It's a no. There's no need to worry. So for me, how it's feeling so far, as we've coming into the third week, is you have worried over necessarily. There's absolutely no need for this. I feel like telling you off a little bit. But there again, I do feel like a large percentage of people yes and no questions. So there's been no need to worry. You definitely don't say no to somebody. And it's yes, yes, all the way, Jay. All the way, Jay. Yes. Oh my God. Oh my God. So the beginning of the actual week of the third week, it's an overriding message of there's been no need to worry. Don't say no to somebody on Tuesday of the third week onwards. Don't say no. Don't shoot yourself in the foot. Don't argue with people. Don't act irrationally, because there's literally fire in your soul, fire in your belly. I feel like as if you've all been wound up, and it's been like there's been no need to worry about all of this lot, that and that there. First and second week of January, there was no need to worry about all of it. Sod it, let it go. Now, what's the use of spitting your dummies out and having arguments for now? You know, no need to, because it's yes. You've got big happy changes. I told you this about January, Capricorn. It's big happy changes. Yes, wham, double whammy. So, thinking of making a house move? Yes, do it. Thinking of saying yes to a person who's asked you out on a date? Yes, do it. Thinking about starting a new career, your own business? Yes, do it. Capricorn, overriding energy is take the blinkers off. A bit of I feel like a lot of frustration and your lack of not being able to see your way forward as we go into the week and we head to Friday. It'll be, take no notice of this shitty energy. Take no notice of it, because as we hit the middle of the week and into Friday, wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. It is absolutely fantastic, amazing energy. So I can imagine that it's been pretty dire leading up to this point. I'm so glad I didn't read the first 2 weeks. I'd have been giving doom and gloom. Oh my God, and telling you to snap out of it and ride it out. It's going to be okay, ride it out as you've got big happy changes, and there we go. Whew. So, the overriding energy of we're coming into by the 3rd weekend is trust your angels. Trust your angels. This is all unfolding January, February. I feel like I'm looking at these 2 row of cards and literally stating, right, January, it's a little bit of hard work, but starting to put the sticks down so you can see in front of you. And then by February, we're like cooking on gas. But for these next 2 weeks, this is how it's unravelling as well as we're coming into it. It's actually, yeah, man, trust, have faith. Within the next few months, January, February, it unravels, and it's like, I'm so glad I said yes. I'm so glad that I had the guts to put my worries down and that negative energy and that blinding energy, and wow, an amazing energy for coming up to the end. The last week of the month of January. You know, you've got an energy of, I would have to say the outcome's going to be fantastic this next. They're more or less saying to me, everything what's happened up to this point weren't the right time. It's not been the right time. So don't beat yourself up over this, because it's very unlikely that it's to fail. It's not going to fail. You've just got to compromise, and you'll gain this knowledge, you'll gain this, because this beautiful energy's over you as we're coming into the tail end of the last week of January. It's like, you know what, I've realised that it weren't the right time, it hasn't been the right time, but because I've chose to make the changes in the 3rd week, I'm happy with compromising. I'm happy to, you know, I'm happy to settle with that. Right now hasn't been the right time. But what's coming in next, because we're compromising as we start to leave the January month and we start to head towards February, is a feeling, Capricorns, of, as we hit Thursday and Friday, is I'm so glad that I'm waited, because I can allow now for people to help me. I asked for advice from the banks, I asked for advice from the angels, I asked for a situation to come. What is embroic, meaning I choose to do something new. So what they've shown you here is it's okay, Capricorns, to slow down and wait and compromise. It's not going to fail. It just simply weren't the right time. But because we're now asking for the change to happen, they're saying, okay then, I'll fire, let's wait then, because we're going to get help. We're getting it. So, whatever it is you wanted to start new, what we've finally seen the light on, and what we've got the guts to have a leap of faith in starting, it's like as if it's all in the thoughts, because ones is the intentions, what means it is in the thoughts process. It's literally saying, right, you know yourself as you head out of January that romance is happening. That, well, this stands for me, it stands for whatever you've got a love for, you know in your gut instinct, in your gut, that this is prevailing because it's like having blind faith, because it's happening. The energy taking you into February is, you know, be careful what you wish for, because it's happening. February, it's happening. So that what you left the old year with left you completely stuck. But by the third week, Capricorns, you're like, I'm choosing this. And they're like, okay then, well, let us help you. So you do realise that because you've chose for this new thing to happen and to start, you've got to wait for us to help you. And you're going to come together with a soulmate. You're going to come together in a marriage if you're already with somebody. You're going to come together in business, and it's going to be a complete love affair with the business and with the thing what you've chose. So let's look at February, that this is all being unravelled, what they're bringing you assistance with now. So as you leave the month, Capricorn, we're left with a feeling of you're glad you listened to your gut instinct and you made that leap of faith there. I now choose what I was putting off in the beginning of the month. I now choose it, and it's coming. So you're being helped. Last week of January, you're being helped, and in February, you'll be being shown. On that note, I'll say thank you for tuning in. Thank you for having the patience. I am so sorry that I've missed the first 2 weeks due to ill health. And I say God bless you. I hope everybody's well. Namaste, folks.